morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me this morning. My name is Vito El Cappuccino. I'm so excited one more time. Today, I have the privilege, I have the honor to receive this wonderful person, Raissa. We are going to talk about a very important topic, and I believe you guys will be inspired this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna say hi, good morning, Raissa.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, guys.
It's a pleasure and a great privilege to have you around, and we have a wonderful topic, at hand today. And I believe you are ready to talk to us about your topic, okay? So today's topic, we're gonna talk about triathlons, and I believe you guys will be inspired with her presentation, okay? So guys, let's go to the presentation, ladies and gentlemen, and it's gonna be amazing. And please, guys, don't forget, if you got any question, please, you can drop your question on the comment sections, and they will be responded to you as soon as possible, okay? So thank you guys, and let's go to the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. So she's gonna talk about her history too in triathlon, and of course she's gonna start talking about the history first, and then I believe you guys will be really inspired this morning, okay? So Raissa, up to you. You can tell us about the stories and, of course, your own story as well, okay? So go ahead.
Triathlon is a sport that originates from the combination on three others: swimming, cycling, and running. Triathlon arose in 1974 in a club in San Diego, USA. In USA, it's common play sports in a clubs. In San Diego Club, when the athletes return for their vacation, the coach make a test, phone check, if they completed with the program during the vacation. The test consists of 500 meters of swimming, 12 kilometers of cycling, and 5 kilometers of running. The game was successful and was repeated in other years. Obviously, since then, triathlon went through some reformulation to reach the current model. Traditionally, there are four types of competition in triathlon: the short triathlon, the Olympic triathlon, the half distance, and the Ironman. Now I speak a little about each one. The short triathlon is the most recommendation race for who are starting in their sports because the distance is smaller than the other competition. It's a kick race, but very intense because the athletes need make strength all the time. The Olympic triathlon is a bit longer than the short triathlon. As the name suggests, this distance is the Olympic game race. It's important to say triathlon just joined in the Olympic Games in 2000. The other competition is the half distance. In these races, the athletes doing the half of Ironman distance. Is a long race, but in my opinion, it's possible when you want to do that. Because that is my favorite race. I focus in that competition. Finally, the most famous and exhaustive competition is the Ironman distance. It's so hard. Many athletes can finish this racing. The idea of Ironman Cup comes up in a bar table in Hawaii. There was a discussion about which test is the hardest. Same said it was the Kailua swimming cross with 3,900 in open sea with charted impact water. Others said the cycling tour of Hawaii would be the most difficult race, with 108 kilometers of a lot of wind and sun. For someone, the Olympic marathons in Hawaii represent the greatest difficult for human, with 42 kilometers, one apart of each of the Vulcan and other with the cold wind of the Pacific. One military Kathleen Cohn, who had participated the triathlon in the club in San Diego, which I talk about, proposed the challenge of the challenge. In his opinion, the real Ironman would be the one who is able to complete it, the three tests sequentially in a one day. As a result, in 1978, 50 athletes this challenge. Since then, athletes for out of the world go to Hawaii for a new edition of Ironman. Now I speak a little about my history in triathlon. Since I'm a childhood, I love sports. How you can see in my photo. But I always thought triathlon was impossible. It's so crazy to swim in open waters and still cycling and running. For me, it was a sport only for professional. But in 2018, I met a couple and both did triathlon. And they had a normal life. They had their job, their family, and could do triathlon in a free time. At that time, I watched some races to triathlon. I was in love with these sports. But for personal reason, I couldn't start triathlon. Uh, while later, during the pandemic, the gyms closed and I couldn't do CrossFit anymore. I couldn't do anything because our gym is closed. Hence, I started running in the roads and I bought a bike. I was already running and cycling, and I decided to try doing triathlon. In November, I joined the triathlon group. I fell in love more each a day from triathlon. My group is a big family. Uh, my coach is a former Olympic athlete. It's a great to be coached by him. Today I know triathlon is possible, but it requires dedication and a lot of discipline. Discipline. I try 3 or 4 hours a day. In weekend, the training are longer and more hating, but I love that. In June, I did my first race of triathlon. It was hard, but it's very cool. I won second place in my category. I was really excited about the results. I did the Olympic triathlon too, and the half distance. In both, I won third place in my category. I love the competition. The half distance is so difficult for me. I think and I thought in stop it, but I can finish, and it's so important for me. In future, I would doing some races in other country. It's so funny travel to do races because we go with many friends. stay in a beautiful place, and it's so funny. Maybe someday I like do a road Ironman Cup in Hawaii, in Kona, Hawaii. I think it's that triathlon is changed my life. Uh, Now I can't imagine my life don't do triathlon. I think it's that. Thank you for attention.
That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Raissa. That was a wonderful presentation. I actually got a lot of things here in your presentation, but I have one more question. I'm gonna ask you. Sorry, before you don't you can put back the presentation. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a question. I'm gonna ask you. If today you have the opportunity to work, why don't you work? I mean, why don't you be a professional athlete, like representing Brazil, for example, in the next Olympic Games? Like, what exactly? Is it not possible for you to do that?
It's impossible. It's so hard. It's so difficult because I don't have free times to do that. A professional athlete needs stay many hours training and other sleeping and do something. And I need to work, and I love my working, and then I need spend time working, and I can I think I'm not so good to do professional triathlon.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. That was Raissa M. So I hope you guys were inspired. And of course, if you got the courage, you can always try to do this sport, and it's gonna be very good, especially for our mental health. Because sport is not only good for our body, but it also helps our mental health. Okay, it makes us to be more healthy, and it's gonna be very good for our lives as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a pleasure to for your attention. Thank you so much for your attention. And I believe the next time we're gonna have a different guest talking about a different topic. And I believe next time Raissa might return with a different topic, and it's gonna be an amazing time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye.